Hein Marten. The next day, when Potting arrived with some of the other animals, Honeybear introduced them all to Jurumf. "I'm very sorry if I frightened you," Jurumf said, and then, just to show how friendly he was, jumped up and down and thumped his chest. "There, you see," said Honeybear. "Jurumf just wants to be friends with you all. There's nothing to be afraid of." Jurumf gave them all a mournful look and Jurumfed in agreement, but not too loudly, so he wouldn't scare them. So, Honeybear was able to have her berries again and, despite being very hungry, even shared some with her new friend. Winter came and the first snowfall. The trees were covered in white and the little lake was frozen over. Honeybear and Jurumf were warm and comfortable in their treehouse, and Honeybear spent almost all her time doing nothing more than eating and sleeping. She'd collected plenty of food and had fed herself well during autumn, knowing how difficult it would be to find anything to eat during the winter months. "Sleeping and snacking," she said to Jurumf. "That's what winter is for. Sleeping and snacking until the snow melts and it's spring again." Unlike Honeybear, Jurumf became impatient if he couldn't get lots of exercise, so he would go outside and swing through the trees to keep warm, in spite of the branches being slippery and cold. He also enjoyed trying to slide on the lake when it was covered in ice, although he fell over many times with loud thuds. The ducks and geese would quack and cackle each time he overbalanced, and Jurumf would get quite cross and shoo them away. With a whir of wings, they would scatter in all directions, only to return to watch his next attempt. At last, after several falls, Jurumf found he could slide quite well. What a wonderful feeling it was to glide over the ice! He almost felt like a bird himself. He got bolder and bolder and glided out far into the middle of the lake. The birds gathered round admiringly when, suddenly, there was a horrible cracking sound and poor Jurumf found himself deep in icy cold water. He clutched frantically at the edge of the hole he had made, but the ice kept breaking off in his hands. "Help! Help!" he shouted. "I can't get out." The ducks and geese came flying over and tried hard to help, plucking at his fur with their beaks. But they were not strong enough to pull him out.